Hello everybody! Today we are doing an Among Us air dry tutorial. Sorry, I just went through a lot. Well, anyway, we're doing an Among Us character air dry tutorial. This is one I made before I started the video today. Or not today. And I've also made many more right over here. But we'll get into that after the video. We are going to start off making Red, because he's sus. Red always sus. So what you need to do, this is a tutorial if you want to go along. What you need to do, depending on how big you want your character, you need a ball of the amount of clay. And if you have air dry modeling clay, make sure you flatten out your bag and then zip it shut. Very much shut. I've experienced it drying out. Hope you don't. Anyway, after you have your ball, you want to roll it into a sort of cylinder shape. Not really a cylinder, but almost a cylinder. And now, next, what you want to do is take a pencil and then put it right in the middle of something, or where you want your legs to be. And now it would look like this. But if that doesn't look good, you can always squeeze the legs together to make them the same size. See, I'm doing that right now. And I am making them the same size. And then you want to roll it into a cylinder a tiny bit more. So it looks like this when you are done with it. Next up, you are going to want to do the back right here. So the back is actually sort of easy. You got to take a little more of that same color, like half of the amount that you used just now, if you are going along with this. And then you got to form that. Give me 1 second. You gotta form your part into a perfect, or close to perfect, circle. Or a cylinder. Doesn't really matter. Then you gotta flatten that cylinder into like a circle shape. But then you got to form that circle shape from there into a square cube thing, and then flatten that out a little so it would end up looking like this. After you do that, you want to find your character again and find the back of it. See, this side is my back. So then you gotta find a spot where it would look nice on it, or where it usually is. And then you gotta put it together and then smudge it in there. Now this might take me a little bit. Not a long bit, a little bit. Okay? After you complete that step, just saying, if I go too fast for you, you can always pause the video. So, now what you want to do, if it's too big, you can always just flatten it a little. Now next, you want to find a different color. This color is like a cyan-ish color. This color is, okay, it's somewhere around here. Ah, yes, right here. If you don't have this color, you won't be able to make it. Or, you could get a different sort of blue. I used a different blue for this guy's purple shield, but I made it for this guy's, and it looked really good. So I'm going to look for the other blue to show you. It's more like, yeah, I don't think I have it in here right now, in my kit right now, but you want to use a certain type of like dark blue and light blue in the middle of there. I am using like a cyan blue right now. And it depends on how big your guy is, how much clay you want. Now my guy is pretty big, so I'm going to need like this much clay. But it is not very thick, so you should not use a lot of clay. So now at that point, seal it shut again. Don't forget about that if you haven't been doing it. Make sure you do it right now. I've experienced drying out, if I've said that already. Okay, now what you got to do is find your character and find a reasonable size for it. Oh, and I almost forgot about your character. Make sure you flatten the legs a little bit so he can stand up evenly, and then set him down to make sure that works. And if it doesn't, like mine just now, restart your feet and then do it again. Now it's standing up right here. You can't see that here. Right here. He's right over here. You can't see him, but he's there, and he was standing. He just fell over because I shook it. But now you gotta take your area thing, or your shield thing, and roll it into like a cylinder shape, and then you gotta flatten it. So it would look like this. Until it's almost completely flat. Then you gotta stop there. And then you gotta flatten the top. Just like this. So it would look somewhat like this. Find your character again and attach it to his face. And you kind of got to smear it, but make sure it's in like a puffed out area shape thing. Sort of like this. After you're done with that step, if you have white, which no, I used all mine, you can put 2 little dots right in this top corner, right here of your Among Us die. Either corner would actually work. 2 small white dots to make it look good, and there you have it. Your red, or whatever color you used, Among Us character. And now, I'm going to give you a tutorial on hats. So, the tutorial on hats is actually fairly simple. As you can see, I have made a few of them with a few hats. I have made this purple with a flower hat, this black with the plunger hat, and this blue with the stocking cap, of course, brown with the teddy bear ears, and purple, another purple with the stem hat. Now red is lucky. He gets a new hat. So I am thinking of which hat I could use. That's the thing. I don't know that. So, red is going to choose for us. Which hat does red want? He'll fall forward if he wants a hard hat to make, and he'll fall backward if he wants an easy hat. I'm going to hit the table. Okay, let's do it again. And he fell backward. So an easy hat to make. The easiest hat I can think of is a plunger hat. So I'm actually going to do the plunger hat. You are going to need any type of red, more like a dark red. And then you could, if you have like a tan color at home, you should use that. So you first off want to open up your red. And only take a little bit, depending, or actually it depends on how big your Among Us character is. So now I'm taking a little bit more, because my guy's pretty big compared to my other ones. And then make sure you seal the bag, don't forget about that. I know I've said it more than once. Now, you won't be needing red color anymore. Really, all you're going to need is the plunger's wood. Now, so, after that, roll your red, or whatever color you're using, into a ball, and then flatten it, not completely, but almost. Like half, sort of 1/4 of what you had. And after you're done with that, curve it slightly on each side till it looks like this. Just like that. Sort of a half circle look. And then we are going to attach this separate actually now. After you're done with that, take your wooden color and take like half of what you took for your red that you were using. You could use a white wood color or a black wood color. I think I was too late saying that. But what you want to do with this is start off rolling it into a ball. Mostly you need to roll things into a ball. And then after you have a ball, it could be more of a cylinder, because that's what we're going for. After you have that, you can roll that ball into a cylinder. The reason I want you to make a ball first is so you have a good cylinder shape. And if it's a little bit too long, you can just restart the ball thing. Like, I'm going to show you how to do that. Say mine got flattened. Just mush it into like this sort of shape and then start rolling it again. Or any shape you could actually do. And then from there, just use your fingers and start doing this. And roll it forward and back. But if that's not working, just use your thumb and index. That works. And make sure to move around. Okay, there we go. Now, at this point, got to connect this to the most center of the middle that you can find. And after you do that, you're going to kind of want to smudge it onto there. But don't try too hard or the colors will mix, which won't be good. And then you'll have something looking sort of like this. After you do that, you want to take your hat, most certainly a plunger, and your character, and attach them, and they would look like an Among Us character. Oops, dropped it for a second. Put that, and make sure it almost touches the screen, but there's still room in between it. But if your screen is a little down more, don't put it that far down. And then kind of start to smudge it in like we did before. And then after it's smudged, you kind of want to take it and form the shape back to it again. Just kind of like push it back into its shape, and it'll stay on. But mine is coming off because I'm pulling. So you gotta form it back into its shape. Just like this. And you'd have something looking like this. Now, for my first one, I did a little smaller character, but it was black. I actually made a bunch of these characters, actually. So I have the black, which is much bigger than that black. And then I have a middle purple, and there's more where that came from, way more. I have 3 more with hats, 2 more without hats. I showed you these already, but I'm going over again. Drop blue. Okay, we got the blue with the stocking hat. Can never forget him. And then we got brown with the little bear ears. And then purple with the flower hat. And I did use like a lime green color for that. It's coming out in sort of a different color than that, but yeah. And that's your tutorial for Among Us characters. Hope you enjoyed. And just so you know, you can always watch my video again for another Among Us character. You can make an entire set game full of them. Literally. Like, I have 9 of these guys already. Right? Yeah. No, I have 8 of them. I think I'm missing one. I'm not sure. Well, I have 2 without hats currently. They're orange and lime green. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Among Us character tutorial, and I'll see you again next time in my next video. Hopefully, will not be too long like last time. It has been so long since I've uploaded a video. I am sorry. Very sorry. I am just very, very busy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again next time.